What is up, everyone? This is Austin here with Fitness That Fits You, coming to you today with another episode of the Fitness That Fits You podcast. Before I introduce to you who we have on the episode with me today, I just want to send my daily reminder to be good to yourself, be kind to yourself. But I'm going to go ahead and introduce who we have. We are going to be, this individual, or rather this sponsor, is going to be at the Louisville Women's Wellness Retreat. So really happy to have her on today. Haddie, I'm going to let you introduce who you are and what you do. Tell the people what's going on with Haddie.
What's up, everyone? Thank you, Austin. That was an awesome intro. And I'm going to have to start listening to your podcast because I love that beginning.
Hey, cool.
I'm Haddie Keenum. I recently moved to Louisville, so I don't know what all you want me to share, but my husband and my 2-year-old daughter, we recently moved here to open up a smoothie cafe, just, serve better nutrition to the community. And we're excited about it. We're about 4 weeks in and it's going really well. Yeah. So we're still fresh to the area.
Love it. To be honest, when we first met and had our initial conversation, me, you, and Holly, I knew that you were pretty, that it was pretty new. I didn't know it was like 4 weeks new. That is super fresh. Very cool. So then like fresh congratulations are in order if that's something you just started. Very nice. So what made you move, just to get a little bit of a background story here, what made you move from where you were to Louisville? Was it just to do the business, or were there other things, or?
It was a combination of a couple of things. So we owned a healthy cafe similar to what we opened here for Springs Nutrition.
Okay.
And so it was called Healthy Happies. It is called Healthy Happies. It's going 4 years strong this year. So we owned one in South Bend, Indiana, which is like Notre Dame area, and then sold it to a family friend and also a team member. And she's running it. It's going really well. And we just kind of wanted to get out of Indiana and move a little closer to warmer weather. I know it's not that. It's far enough where we're 4 hours from our hometown, but then it's also close enough to where we could just do a day drive and bring my daughter to see her grandparents or, visit family. So, yeah.
Okay. How are you liking Louisville, Kentucky versus Indiana?
I love it. I was sleeping on Kentucky. Seriously, I did not know how beautiful it was here. Because it's one of those drive-through states, like if we're going on a vacation or something, like you just drive right through Kentucky and you don't even take the time to see all the beauty there is. But there's all this nature hiking and all just and everyone's super friendly that I've met so far. And there's kind of that Southern hospitality here that we don't get up north.
That's true. I will say that Southern hospitality is one thing. I'm from Louisville, but I've lived in very specific areas most of my life. So if there are some more less than hospitable places in the city, I'm not too aware of them. I've been pretty sheltered. I've been in the Highlands area or the East End area, so I haven't really experienced too much, but cool. I'm really glad that you enjoyed here. What is your daughter's name? I'm going to take a special interest in your kids just because I have 2 of them. So brag on your daughter a little bit if you don't mind.
Her name is Chloe May.
Nice.
May Keenum, and she's about to be 2 in May. And she's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, that's pretty much all that's pretty much all there is to say, right? She's just awesome.
She's a little special. She was born uniquely perfect with a limb difference. So a lot of people aren't super aware about limb differences, but she has this thing called symbrodactyly. So basically her fingers didn't develop completely in the first trimester of of pregnancy. So her hand, she's got a lucky fin. We call it like a Nemo.
Nemo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, Nemo used to make that movie. Anytime I see that movie, I cry because it's so, it's such a special movie. You know what I mean? So that's an honor, I'd say, to be the special fan. Okay. Well, that's really cool. I would imagine that makes your all's relationship a lot stronger. The bond that is very cool. Very cool. Well, nice. So I'm glad. I apologize. I didn't ask too much about your husband. But when it comes to the kids, I like to overlook everything else. I just ask about the kids. I don't want to be rude. How long have you been married to your wonderful husband?
Well, my husband's pretty great. He and I got married in 2020, so just a year. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you said okay. So like this was around the beginning of the pandemic, right?
Actually, we were on a trip to Marco Island, and then it's just not our style to have the whole like wedding ceremony and like, the traditional wedding. So we were engaged for about a year. And so when we're in Marco Island, he's like, why don't we just get married on Wednesday when we get back? I was like, okay, sure.
Oh my God.
So Very we literally got off the plane from Florida, drove home. I got ready, got my Amazon Prime dress, and then we went to the courthouse with with my in-laws and a couple friends, and it was perfect.
Let's go. All right. I love it. I'll have to think about that. My lady and I, my fiance, we've been like really struggling because of, obviously the pandemic, and we had our child, Rosie, she's 9 months now, but we had her during the pandemic. So, it feels like there's all these like factors that are pushing it out. When really, I guess there doesn't need to be. But I'm going to have to take up after your husband. He's a wonderful, wonderful guy there. Very cool. Well, Haddie, I really just kind of wanted to get a background, let people kind of know who you are a little bit more in depth. Now, I'd like for you to kind of expand and like brag on your business a little bit. So, I think there's a ton of places here in Louisville. Herbalife is like the main, I guess the main product, if you will, that a lot of the smoothie / nutrition places here in Louisville use. So, what's the name of your specific like brand / business, and do you use Herbalife? What is it that you use? And just kind of get an idea of, your business, since it will be playing a large role of the nutrition that we have there at the Women's Wellness Retreat, which I'm so excited about. But yeah, sorry, I'll let you go.
All right. So I own Forest Springs Nutrition, which is like on the east end, I guess. I'm still getting used to the whole sides of town. And I use the Herbalife products. We use the Herbalife nutrition products in our Healthy Cafe, and I've been using the products for 7 years now. So before we even had the like cafes that, you might go in and get a smoothie from, or like an energizing tea or something like that, in more of a cafe setting, we just use the products at home, or, so when I first started, I saw a before and after picture on Facebook, and I was like, I saw a chick go from skinny fat to fit, and I was like, okay, I need those products. Whatever she's doing, sign me up. So I got started on a 9-week challenge and used the products throughout that challenge, and then got amazing results, saw my abs for the first time ever, and posted my results on Facebook. Yes. Posted my results on Facebook, and then people just started asking me what I was doing. So like a business almost just fell into my lap. It did fall into my lap just from me, my personal journey on the products. So, yeah. I mean, after that 9-week challenge, I was hooked, and I've used the products through so many different stages of my life. So like 3 NPC bikini competitions. I use the products through a pregnancy with my daughter, postpartum to get my results I get new results, not my results back, because it's always a constant journey. And yeah, my best, honestly, every single new result that I get, I love even more, because it's a new version of myself that I'm becoming. So like, obviously my postpartum results, now I'm a mom and I get to balance that with like taking care of myself and really like putting myself first and putting that good nutrition in and making sure that I'm getting my workouts in and all of that. So yeah.
Wow. So you've been using it, like you said, at every stage, of your body and your mental here in the last 7 years or so, and it's obviously been a staple for you. It's made, it's created some wonders here for you. So in saying that, have you had like, so I guess when people are, interested in your product and stuff, like, do you have some pretty good success? You obviously have had some really good success with yourself and other people using your products. Have you seen like a very good response from your audience and the people that are using them as well?
Yes. I mean, just the amount of results that I've helped people get is like so incredible. Like, I helped my soccer coach from high school lose over 100 pounds. And when you get to like feel that,
Right.
there's no going back. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, like with personal training, when you start to impact someone's life, you're like, okay, like there's no other feeling than this feeling where you like that person that hasn't been able to lose that 5 pounds like for the last 5 years, and finally something clicks, and they're like dropping weight like crazy, and they're feeling better, they're showing up better like to work, they're showing up better for their spouse, they're showing up better for their kids, and like it just translates to all the different areas of their life. So it's like, it's really a ripple effect. Like, we work on ourselves first, and then through that we get to inspire people to work on themselves, and it's incredible.
I love it. So tell me, there's something I've always been a little bit curious about it. This is already some like awesome information for the people that are going to be in attendance, because I know that people are curious about some of the same things that I'm going to ask. And that's, one thing that I've seen from, some clients, if they were to walk through my door or things online, there's a lot of like, there's like a juicing culture. And a lot of people will juice to like lose weight and things like that, or lose weight quickly, that is, which obviously isn't sustainable. And so I think in a lot of people's heads, they may get stuck in thinking that, okay, well, smoothies, juices, like, that's not necessarily going to get people results, but that's so wrong, obviously. So I myself would like to know like how that works exactly. So like, are the people just doing the smoothies? Are they supplementing regular food in there as well? Like, I'm such a huge component or an advocate of like eating like foods and stuff, that like it's just I don't know. I'm ignorant to it, so like I'm like very curious to see how that works. So like, how does that work? Like, how do you, what's like an ideal like program, I guess is what I would ask.
So that is such a common question and like concern is, do you just drink shakes all day? Like, no, we don't. We eat too. Like, trust me, I love to eat. But a typical like weight loss program would be 2 shakes, 2 snacks, and a healthy meal. So like a healthy, colorful meal. So I always say think lean and green, like chicken, turkey, fish, some type of green vegetable. And then so the meal, like the shakes, they're going to be a total meal replacement. So, and I wouldn't even call it a meal replacement because it is your meal. Like, that's your healthy meal. So it has 24 grams of protein, 21 essential vitamins and minerals in a low calorie shake, to where you couldn't get that protein and those vitamins and minerals and all of that on a plate, like for that low of calories, like 200 calories.
Right. Okay.
So the shakes, and they just make it easy. I mean, you don't have to meal prep or cook for like the typical American diet. People are going through the drive-through to get their food, and like it's really just killing us. And this is just so convenient. You could throw it in a shaker cup, shake it up as you're walking out the door, or if you want to get it blended up, you can go into a smoothie cafe, like one of our nutrition clubs that serve the Herbalife products, get it blended for you, whatever it is that's more convenient. And it's really the most simple plan. And if you're more on a muscle gain plan, we recommend doing a full, like 3 meals and then your shakes for your snacks. So then you're like, it's a good plan. That's what I like to do.
Yeah. All right. So then I would say that's probably going to open a lot of eyes, honestly, because that's something that I've been trying to do as well. I found out that just as I get busier and busier, taking on more clients, obviously more business is great. But there's that taking care of yourself, like you said, that, kind of gets looked over or lapsed, if you will. And so, I've found out just from various like nutritional like coachings for myself and stuff like that is that, there's nothing wrong with having that 1 or 2 times a day where your meal is a smoothie, where you're still getting the nutrients that you need from those foods. I think there's just such a culture around like, what exactly you need to be eating, what's going to give you the most of this or most of that. And really, it's just, I think it makes it all so complicated. It sounds like you've cracked the code. So I'm going to be reaching out to you here soon. I might need your help here.
Got you. See, here's the thing. Cool. This is a tip for everyone. Even coaches need coaches.
Yeah,
we need a little bit of help.
That's right. Very cool, Haddie. So we know a little bit about your business. We got more than we were planning on here, which is awesome. So what I want to do here is kind of like I definitely want the people to have some idea of what it is that you're going to be doing there at the retreat. In the way of your contribution. There will be a time here in the evening where we're going to be working on, self-reflection and things like that. And what better way to reflect and, kind of come down from the day with, obviously a meal / snack, depending on your individual goals, from Haddie herself. So that's going to be something really wonderful, but also just the education piece. I'm really excited just to see what education you bring to the table. You've already educated so much just in the last 20 minutes or so. So that I am very much looking forward to. And I realized I didn't actually ask you a question. I don't want them to like know too much of what I want it to be a surprise. Maybe I gave it too much of it away already. I don't know. But I guess without giving too much to us, is there anything secret that you have planned, some kind of special thing, if you will? I don't know. Maybe that's too much.
Well, if it's a secret, then I can't tell anybody. So
I love it. I just answered my own question. We're very excited to have Haddie here at the event, you all. It's going to be freaking great. So Haddie, if you could, I want people to be able to find you before the event. So, and just kind of know where you are. And that's a part of this, to reach out to you as soon as possible after hearing this.
You cut out a little bit during that. So I
apologize.
That's okay.
That's the one thing, you can hear me a little bit better now, right?
I can hear you better now.
Okay. That's the one thing about Zooms. Okay. So obviously in the pandemic, people are recording, podcasts, virtual meetings. They're doing all this recording on Zoom, and Zoom still does not have these little kinks. They don't have these little kinks worked out. Anyway, my question to you was, or my request was to see if you could just let the people know where they can find you, because I'm very excited for people to be able to, get in contact with you or utilize your services before the event itself. So whatever platforms you have, let her rip.
Okay, there's a few. Well, a couple. So you can come into Forest Springs Nutrition. It's 12478 LaGrange Road. So it's right off of the Anchorage exit off Gene Snyder in that Kroger Plaza there in Forest Springs Kroger Plaza next to Double Dragon. So you can come in and see us, get a shake, get some energy, and meet me. I'm there like every day. And you can also follow the Forest Springs Nutrition page on Instagram or Facebook. It's at forestsprings.nutrition. And you can follow my personal page or find me on either Facebook or Instagram. So Facebook, it's just Haddie Keenum. And I'm sure, Austin, you'll post my name and everything. And then at Keen's Fit Wifey on Instagram.
I saw that. Very cool. Very cool. So you all know where to find Haddie now. Please, you all go and look, go and get what you need. Her products are wonderful. She is testimony herself, as well as plenty of testimony on her platforms with her clients as well. Okay. The Louisville Women's Wellness Retreat, that will be next month, April 24th through the 25th. Registration is open, you all. I will have the registration link here in the description of the podcast as well. It is also on Facebook at our Louisville Women's Wellness Retreat Facebook page, event page, that is. Also, you can reach out to me on Facebook, Austin Z. Pegram, or Holly Cropper, or you can reach out to any of the sponsors, Haddie herself, if you have any questions or you're looking to inquire as well. On Instagram, you can look to reach out to me as well, Austin FTFY, or Holly as well, H Cropper 01. Again, you can also reach out to Haddie and some of the other sponsors. If you do not know who those other sponsors are, then circle back to some of these podcasts, you all, because we have introduced 3 sponsors at this point, okay? We're going to be introducing 3 more here in the upcoming days. So we're very excited about this event, okay? Once more, Louisville Women's Wellness Retreat, April 24th through the 25th, starting at 10 a.m. on that Saturday, ending at 10 a.m. on that Sunday. Expect to be fed. Expect to get your nutrients, obviously, from Haddie herself and her wonderful smoothies, killing all the results. But also, we're going to be having some very awesome catering there as well. That is to come at a later podcast, okay? All right, you all have a great rest of your night if you're watching this in the evening or are listening to this in the evening, that is. Have a great rest of your day if you're listening to this in the morning. As always, be kind to yourself, be good to yourself. Talk to you later.